For this second example, f of x is 8x minus 9, and g of x is the square root of 2x minus 1. So f of x, its graph is a line, right? And it's going to have domain from negative infinity to positive infinity, so all real numbers. And g of x is a radical. Remember, those functions kind of look like this. So we need to figure out what the domain for the square root of 2x minus 1 is. So I want to know when what's under the radical equals 0, because that's where we're going to start. Because when we're graphing radical functions, even though now we can take the square roots of negative numbers, we can't graph those on the coordinate plane. So if I have 2x minus 1 is 0, I add 1 to both sides, I get 2x is 1, so x is 1/2. That means when x is 1/2, is when the square root, so if I have g of 1/2, that's going to be 0. This is where my graph starts, right, at 1/2. And it's going to go to the right. I know that because there's not a negative symbol in front of this radical. So g of x has a domain from 1/2 to positive infinity. And in order to state the domains of our sum and difference function, we want to find the intersection. So where do these overlap? Well, one, let's change colors and let's use a number line because that makes me happy. So we've got 0, 1, 1. Okay, so in orange, we have the domain of f of x. In not blue. Not green either. In red, we have the domain of g of x, which goes from 1/2 included, right, bracket, to positive infinity. So I'm looking for where is it both orange and red. Well, that's going to be the intersection where they overlap. So my new domain is from 1/2 to positive infinity for the sum and the difference. I'm looking for where these two domains intersect or where they overlap. The same is going to be true for the product. When it comes to the difference, we also have to exclude when our denominator would be equal to 0. So I have this this is going to be 8x minus 9 over the square root of 2x minus 1. So if I took the intersection before, I would have 1/2 from 1/2 to infinity would be my domain. But now the thing is, if my denominator, if I set that equal to 0, square both sides, I get 2x minus 1 is 0, add 1, right? So when my denominator is 1/2 is when x is 1/2 is when my denominator is 0. So that has to be excluded from our new domain. So instead of a bracket, we're going to use a parenthesis to exclude 1/2.